Hello everyone, this is Armando here, and I'm just going to show you all a quick update as to how things are going so far. But I really don't want to focus over here that much because I have a lot of stuff actually to show you all. So I'm going to focus more of my time on the new stuff that I have going around. So, well, first of all, the peas have finally made their first peas, so there they are. And this one's the biggest, and it's starting to make already those peas, the pea pods and the peas inside the pods. So once they get more plump, I'm gonna harvest them, and yeah, I'm gonna harvest them continually. So far, I see one, two, three. I think there's probably 3 or 4 of them already developing. But yeah, so I'm also gonna harvest seed from these. So I'm gonna let these die out by June and get their seeds. And over here, I have the sweet potatoes. Now, if you could remember from a long time back, I showed you all some sweet potatoes that I had in water. Well, what I did was that they sprouted some leaves, and then from those leaves I just pinched them off, put them in water, and then once they started making their own roots in the water, I placed them in the soil and covered them up for some 3 or 4 days so they could get their roots established, and there you go. They've already established themselves. And I have like a lot of sweet potato plants that I have that in the other raised beds, the new raised beds I'm going to show you all in a bit. But I'm just doing a quick update over here. The Brussels sprouts, as you can see, is growing. It's literally like flourishing. And this whole entire thing, you might think that's weeds, but actually those are all vegetable plants. The ones with the triangular leaves, those are the beans. And over there with the curly leaves are the kale. I planted these all very intensely so that I could get the best of my space. And yep, I'm actually doing it. And so broccoli over here. Cabbage is doing its head right there, as you can see right here where my finger is at. Starting to form a head. And the kale's over here. Some corn. So a lot of stuff really. The okra finally made their true leaves, and the garlic is starting to die out. So I'm gonna harvest those probably in some 2 weeks or so. And onions, leaves are thick and they're growing, and they're actually starting to bulb a little, but not a lot. So yeah, the tomatoes are also, if y'all can remember, the tomatoes were kind of dying, but now they're flourishing and everything. So that's a huge relief. And let me see. Also, lettuce plants that I transplant was successful, and as you can see, they're thriving. I'm gonna get a lot of lettuce, literally, and I'm also gonna, once they start bolting with the heat and all, I'm also going to harvest seeds. So yeah, and over here, these little plants, as you can see right here. First of all, these are lettuce seedlings. These are beet seedlings right here. So I'm gonna thin them out because they barely came out, and a more advanced beet seedling over here hasn't made its root yet though, but there's plenty of time for that. Also carrot seedlings over there. As y'all could see, these plants barely came out of the ground, and the more advanced ones already made their true leaves. So everything's going so far good so far. Oh, and I also have some radishes that I need to harvest right quick. The radishes finally started to bulb. As a matter of fact, I've been getting the best radishes that I've had so far, because the ones from the summer garden really weren't that that crisp. Not crisp exactly, but they weren't smooth. And these are actually smooth. So let me show you all. First of all, there it is. Those 2 radishes right there are ready for harvest, and I'm not sure about these over here. No, they still need more time, but these definitely. So I'm gonna pull them out right now. I'm gonna eat dinner right now, quick. So, oh, an insect ate part of it, but that's alright though. And then over here, and there you go. So 2 radishes that I'm gonna have. Oh, I think there's ants. Anyways, yep, there were ants. Well, anyways, so 2 radishes right here. I'm gonna bring them in right after the video though. Yeah. And so yeah, there are 2 radishes right there. Oh, I actually see they've started bulb a bit, but it's not enough. So the beans right here, they're already starting to make flowers, so that's pretty cool. And they're pole beans, by the way, so they grow very tall. So yeah, that's what's going on so far. it's just a bunch of growing so far, and I'm not going to plant anything new in here since it's already loaded to the max. Like, for example, those carrot seedlings, as soon as they start making even more leaves, they're going to start crowding all over the place. So right now, that's pretty much it that's going to come out of the ground. So as you can see, it's pretty crowded. Oh, well, almost forgot. I have to show you all how the watermelon's going. So over here's watermelon seedling. And you think it looks small right now, but trust me, it's going to get huge, and it's going to overrun the pea vines once they start dying out. So the watermelon's going to be the main thing occupying this quarter of the bed. And over here is some melon seedlings. And I planted a pumpkin seedling, but it never came out. Probably because the seeds are... I planted it around here, by the way. Probably because the seed is old, but I think I'll replant it later and see if it comes out. So yeah. But on to the new stuff, because I've just been showing you all the old stuff, but there's actually a lot of new things. So that's, sorry if I've been kind of a bit in a rush, but it's just that I want to fit everything into this video. So first of all, let me talk about this little plant. So if y'all could guess, it's a perennial plant, first of all, and it's not a vegetable plant. It's actually a fruit plant. This is a blueberry bush. The variety is called Legacy, I think. And I got this from Home Depot probably a week ago. And I transplanted it just to see. The thing is, besides asparagus, I really don't have that much experience with perennial plants. So, I don't know, I just wanted to see it, test out how it's going so far. And right now it's kind of not doing its best, really. I mean, it's let off some of its leaves, and I think this is dead. I'm not sure. Oh, I think these are flowers, but I'm not entirely sure if these are, because I don't know a lot about blueberries. But I just planted this because I felt like I wanted to try something new, and I also like blueberries a lot. So I'm gonna be showing you all the progress, and I'll read up on how to take care of them and stuff, and show you all how to take care of your blueberry bushes if you decide to grow up. But right now I only have one. Many people say you have to have like more than one, and I just have one right now because it's just a little experiment. I want to see how things go. Also, they don't like clayey soil, but the soil over here is clay, so they like acidic ones. I think this soil is basic. But I'm just gonna see how it goes, and if it doesn't go well, I guess I'll just keep that plant and just keep it like that. So the blueberry bush, we'll show you all the progress. And by the way, I forgot to show you all the asparagus plants. They've been going like literally compared to last year. Last year they weren't that tall, but this year they're taller because now they have more energy in their roots. So with all that energy in their roots, they were able to like lift even taller plants from the ground and stuff. And so here you're seeing like a lot of green growth. And it's really amazing how they've progressed. All these little white things are flowers. I can't remember which ones are female and which ones are male, but asparagus plants basically, they're either male or female. And I can't remember which ones are female and which ones are male, but the way that I tell is that when the female plants start making their own fruit, that's when I know that, oh, the ones with the red berries, they're female. And they haven't made that yet though, so... although last year I did harvest some asparagus berries, and then I harvested the seeds and dried them out. And probably around, I don't know, August, I'll show you all a video on how to save your asparagus seeds if you have female asparagus plants and male asparagus plants. So there you are. And on to the new stuff, and I'm going to take my time on this one. I know I've been kind of rushing, but I have a lot of stuff that I want to show you all. So, over here is, first of all, this is a tomato seedling that I bought from Home Depot. Now, the tomatoes from the other raised bed, now that one is, the variety is called Black Crim. Now, this variety is slightly different. I think they originated from the same region, from Crimea. But this one is called Black Prince, though. So, this is a Black Prince tomato variety. And I planted it because I felt like, well, first of all, I expanded my garden. Look, here's the first raised bed that not raised bed technically, it's just bare plot that I got from scraping off grass roots from the ground and stuff. But here's the first new plot, and also a new plot over here, and a new plot right there. And so three new plots first of all, and it's gonna have a lot of plants because as you all can see, the one with the regular raised bed it's crowded, and I'm also gonna crowd these like mad because I want to get most of the stuff from my plots. The thing is though, I was kind of running short on compost, so I didn't fertilize these beds. So their yields compared to the raised bed are going to be significantly lower, and I know that for sure because I didn't amend the beds with compost. But I'm just going to show you all how it goes, and next year I will amend the bed with compost. But first of all, Black Prince tomatoes. They haven't made any flowers yet, and this is also indeterminate variety, meaning that the plants will grow like crazy. They'll grow like 8 feet tall, and then you need to control the growth and everything. But right now it's still compact and it's still calm, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. And so over here is a variety of chili peppers called hot jalapenos, just the standard jalapeno variety. And I've also bought it from Home Depot, and it's doing quite well actually. As you can see, the peat pot is still there. These came in peat pots, so there you have them. And then over here I have those plants over here. These are also sweet potato plants, and I told you that I have a lot of sweet potato that I'm growing because I don't know. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of sweet potatoes, but I had a bunch of sweet potatoes slips, more than I thought I'd have, so I was like, why not grow a lot of sweet potatoes this year? So there they are. They're not doing that well compared to the sweet potatoes from the raised bed, but that's because I've just threw them in the ground really, and I didn't pamper them that much. So they're still settling. That's the thing. So that's that for the sweet potatoes. And the only thing I'm gonna plant here is sweet potatoes, but trust me, they're gonna grow all over the place. Sweet potatoes they tend to crawl all over the place since they make huge vines. So I'm not gonna plant a lot really over here in this section. So it's just sweet potatoes. And over here I have planted. First of all, this here is a little fruit from a peach tree that actually fell, but it doesn't matter right here. So I planted a lot of stuff. Let me try to think exactly what I planted corn, and as you can see right there, the first corn plant's starting to come out. So that's a little corn plant starting to come out, and that's the only one that's coming out so far though. So that's a little early. It's a bit like the first one, but anyways, there's the corn. And did I show you all the corn? Okay, so going back to the old raised bed, the corn plant right here is the same variety, by the way. It's peaches and cream hybrid. Yeah, I think that's the name. So there's the corn, by the way. So that's how it looks. It looks kind of like grass, and you think it might look like a weed, but really it's not. And let me see. There it is. So they're growing slowly but surely. And so yeah, I just want to show you all how the plant looks. And I planted that right here, but they haven't come out yet. And I also planted some beans, but I didn't plant the same variety of beans because in the first raised bed I planted pole bean variety, and here I planted a bush bean variety. And the basic difference is that pole beans they grow like 10 feet tall and they need like a structure to climb on and stuff. While here bush beans, they really don't need that much like support. I mean, they probably might get heavy and topple over with all the weight with the beans, but so far no, they don't need that. They only need is they just need water and everything, and they don't need any support. But just in case, I planted them next to corn, which grows very tall. So I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. And yeah. Right there, corn and beans. And over here, this is a little zucchini plant that came out finally. It barely came out today, so that's when I went outside. I was like, whoa, this came out already. And so yeah, it's related to, first of all, pumpkins and squash and many summer squashes and winter squashes from the same species, as a matter of fact. So Here it is growing. I only planted one because I've heard that these grow like you get a lot from just one plant. And I don't think my family would be eating a lot of zucchini, so I was like, well, I guess I don't need that much. So I only have one plant here. And then these little plants are beet seedlings. I planted a lot of beets, probably, let's see, I planted, so in total, there's approximately 16 squares, and each square has 9, so 16 times 9. That's a lot of math, but I think it is 144. 144 beet plants. I'm gonna get a lot, but I'm gonna store it and can it and see what I can do with it. So, but that's that right there, and I'm not gonna water it because as you can see, the soil looks kind of dry, but it looks like it's gonna rain a lot. So I'm just gonna let the rain do the work. And right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I don't know. It's a lot. But, yeah, they finally came out, and I'm really looking forward to see how they grow. And also, one last thing. I planted some more okra here, but they haven't come out yet. And I also planted potatoes, and it finally started coming up. So, the variety that I planted, well, there's 3 varieties. I planted a blue variety, a red, and a white variety. So, red, white, and blue, like the American flag. So, this is, I'm not sure which variety is this, but I think it's a blue variety. I'm not quite sure which variety this is, but I'm thinking it's a red potato variety. But I really can't remember. It's because I have blue. First of all, the sweet potatoes, for the red, white, and blue, they kind of look the same. And I was like, well, this doesn't look like a blue variety. But I don't know. The sweet potato, I guess, looks different from the regular potato. I don't know how. But well, anyways, at least I have potatoes. So here is the first potato, and I planted another one. Where did I plant the other one? So I planted one here, but it hasn't come out yet. Planted another one around here, where this crack is, and I think it's been cracking because the potato's starting to come out. And another one around here. And oh, over here, another one is coming up. So I'm just gonna move some of the dirt away. So there's another one, and another one I planted somewhere around here, but I don't know where it's at. Corn right there, and I'm not sure, but somewhere around there. So potatoes, they're starting to come up. I planted them like 3 days ago, so that's very good progress, by the way. So there it is. And here this third plot, basically the same over here. I have some different plants, but I'll show you all. So this is the peppers, same variety as the other one, and also here a Black Prince tomato variety. And here are the sweet potatoes. Now the sweet potatoes here are doing even worse. Like this one, for example, this one's starting to die. But it's still settling because these are very strong plants. Because I remember like last year when I just planted them in like just a little small amount of dirt, they sprang up. It took them about a month to settle in though. So and they looked awful because the insects were eating them and stuff. But they came up miraculously. So these plants are not completely completely dead compared to the ones that I grew last year. So I bet these are gonna give a good harvest. I only have 4 plants here so far, but I'm gonna plant more because I'm still waiting for the sweet potatoes to make even more sweet potato slips. But that's what I have so far. And here I planted, as usual, I planted let's see, what did I plant? Oh yeah, I planted bush beans and corn. And these little plants, you might think they look like weeds, but no, they are not weeds. What they are is that they're turnips. So these are little turnip seedlings, and I've planted a lot because I'm not sure like how they grow and stuff, and like how their germination is. But just in case, I planted a lot, and yep, it's a lot of them. So once they start making their true leaves, I'm gonna thin them out because if you get, I don't know, if they're too crowded, they're gonna, they're not gonna make huge roots. So really looking forward to the harvest. And also over here, around here, as you can see, right there, there's even just turnips. The reason why is because I spilled some of the seeds from the seed packet and they just fell into the ground. and I couldn't collect all of them because the seeds are extremely small. So I have random turnips turnip seedlings coming up, and I see a cluster. Oh, they're everywhere actually. That doesn't matter. I'll save seed from them too because I want to get the most seeds from them. So there they are, a bunch of little turnip seedlings, and yeah, that's pretty much the same thing that I have here in the bed. Only with the exception that instead of zucchini, here I have. Well, first of all, I have beets also, and I also have cucumbers. So this variety is a heirloom variety called Straight 8. And there's the first one. Here's one that's starting to come up right here. And I planted 8 in total. So there's 1, 2, with the second one coming up. 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah, 4 so far. But still, I planted these like 2 days ago, so they've been doing good. Let's see. Yep. So I said 4, right? Yeah, so I'm expecting 4 more to come up too. And I'm gonna see how they go and everything. So here, the third raised bed, this one is, well, the soil, I saw that it absorbs the water better than the other two. So I just watered this like 2 days ago and it still looks wet despite all the sun. So this one is, first of all, this place around this area has very good moisture, how would you say it, moisture retention compared to these two beds, because these two beds, they kind of look dry, you know. But this one is very good. And nothing has come up so far. I don't have any, I ran out of tomato transplants and peppers, so so those 2 squares are empty. And I also planted some potatoes over here, but they haven't come up yet. And also planted some corn, and I planted melons, watermelon, and pumpkin, but they haven't come up yet. And I also planted beets. I'm not sure if I planted turnips. I can't remember. I have to look at it's because I have a paper where I have everything of what I planted, but I can't remember exactly from the top of my head. I don't have that paper with me right now. But so far this bed is empty, but I'm going to show you all the progress around the progress of some weeks. So there's that. And oh, I forgot to see if there's any potatoes coming up. I also first of all, I planted okra into 3 beds. And the ones over there is 4. So each bed has 4 okra seedlings. Potential okra seedlings. So 4 times 4. So I'm going to have 16 okra plants. That's going to be interesting. Let's see, because I never grown okra before. So, let's see. No, they haven't come out yet. Oh, no, actually, yes. Is that? I'm not sure if it's that. No, never mind. Well, they haven't come out yet, but that's okay. Oh, no, here's one. First one to come up. The first plant's right there. And I think that's that. I don't think there's any more that's come up. Well, anyways. So there's the progress that I have so far. So thank you all so much for watching. And I'm going to show you all the progress of all these 4 beds. And there's a lot to do, literally. And so yeah, I'm going to show you all through the course of the summer and also how to harvest stuff. So there you go. Alright, have a nice day, and thanks for watching.